I guess you can call it a podcast. All right, you guys, let's get this shit out the way. This is Radar Love finale, thank God. And I wish it was the reunion because I feel like the reunion is going to give us a little bit of everything. But the reunion is always better than the show. Am I wrong? So yeah, it's the finale, and I missed the first part of it. So this whole thing will be my first impression. I'm gonna watch it, give a little commentary, and it's definitely gonna be my first impression. I don't know what's gonna happen. So let's go. Oh, I would like to say thank you for joining me. If you are a new subby, thank you so much for subscribing. We are on the road to 500, you guys. And if you have not already, please consider subscribing. It is completely free and not a huge deal for you, but a huge deal for me. Oh, y'all see what I did there? I'm a rapper. But seriously, thumbs up. That helps with the analytics. Anything you can do. So let's get going. All right, so they start off, and apparently it's the final gathering that Tommy did, and uh, poor Kayla. Poor Kayla is talking about how she has a connection with Mike, and she has a connection with Rando, and they have a connection with Mask and Chihuahua, and I'm just like, girl, you have no connection. I just honestly feel bad for her. It's really sad, and I saw the end of this. Yeah, it's really sad for Kayla. She just doesn't get it, or she don't want to get it. Like, here's the funny thing about. I'm not gonna jump ahead. Let's keep going. Okay, so everybody is making it here, and it looks like Sharice is sitting down, Mike's sitting with her, Full Force is sitting there, and then Randall, who is not happy to see anyone, even the mask walks up to him, and he's just like, "Oh hey, y'all." Randall is the driest motherfucker on television right now. I swear to God, he is. I have no idea why they like him, but Kayla is constantly setting herself up. So she goes to sit at a table by herself, and she's thinking Randall's coming over. And I'm like, why would he come over? Randall doesn't like you, ma'am. And so it's very sad. She's sitting there looking at them sit, and she's like, why would they not sit with any of their main connections? And I'm like, you are not anyone's main connection. And I feel bad saying it, but she knows it. And that's what I was going to say. The bad thing about her brown girl is that she knows everything that's going on. She's not stupid. She sees it. She saw when they weren't walking her to the car, they weren't giving her any attention. She still wanted to stay and see what was going on. She sees that, they're not sitting with her, they're not paying her any attention, no attention whatsoever. Not only did the guys not sit with her, but for right now I haven't finished the scene, but for right now, none of the girls are sitting with her either. Like, nobody's sitting with her, and she's just sitting there looking over at everybody else like she want to be part of the reindeer games. And I'm like, you set yourself up all the time. You should have been gone home. Oh God. So round the way girl comes walking in, and she even walks like a goddamn round the way girl. Like, she's just like walking in like she's ready for the shits all the time. In her confessional, she's saying how Tommy, said you guys need to have a plan and everything. I don't think he meant like today. You don't even know this guy that well. So she said she went back to Full Force, and she's like, hey, Tommy said we got to have a plan. So now she's going to put it on Tommy because she wants to know the plan. And I'm with him. Like, y'all don't even really know each other like that. Y'all don't need to know a plan right now. I mean, no. And so she's all upset. I guess they weren't in a good place. She walks in, she gets her place, she sits down right behind him, and she's like, excuse me. So he's gonna act like he didn't just talk to me 30 minutes ago. And I guess Randall said something. Not you, Randall. He knows I'm talking to him. And I'm like, immediately, as soon as her ass hit the chair, boom, she starts in. Like, I could not. And he even said it. He was like, listen, you just way too argumentative. Like, this is all you want to do. I'm not with it. So the girls end up giving brown girl some grace and walking over to her. I don't know if it was to keep them from arguing or whatever, or they felt bad for her because she was sitting there with her dumb ass. Like, get your dumb ass up and go over there where everybody else is. Just be like, oh, okay, I guess the party's not over here. Party of one is not going to work out, so let me move over here. Like, if that would have been fine. You sat down before everybody else sat down. You didn't know we were only using these two tables. It's fine, Kayla. She is just slow, but she's not slow. That's the hard part about her. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, so as they're sitting down, they're asking round the way girl why she don't have food. I'm not in the mood for food, and I'm not trying to do any of that today. I'm like, you're not trying to eat today, none of that. Like, you too mad to eat, okay? And I mean, just face all curled up. For some reason, Full Force changes his seat and sits where he's sitting right, where he can see her. And she's sitting there just staring at him, mean mugging him with her legs cocked wide ass open. I'm like, girl, you have on a dress. Please cross your legs. You can even cross your legs at the ankle like a young lady. But nope, she ran away. Legs cocked right open. She's drinking her drink, staring at him, and dumbass Daniel is whispering to Full Force, she like you. I'm like, he's 12. Honestly, he's 12. He likes the whole combative thing. So maybe that's why he don't like any of these women, because they're not arguing with him so much. Oh, she like you when they do all that. Dude, what is wrong with these men? I swear to God. And then here comes Tommy. Oh wait, before we move on, I do want to say how one of the girls was telling Round the Way Girl when she's sitting down having a conniption, just breathe. I am breathing. I'm like, nope, couldn't even be her friend because you trying to support her and give her words of encouragement. This bitch don't even know how to take it. Like she has no idea how to just be nice, how to just be regular. Like everything is a problem. Maybe at some point somebody's gonna get down to the root of why she's so angry, why she's so bitter, why she's so combative, argumentative. Like, what is wrong with this girl? Something in her life is making her miserable. And I'm sorry, I just hate to say it. Or maybe that's just her way and it's just not cute. So good luck to her finding somebody. All right, so Tommy comes in. He's like, "Don't get up, don't get up." Nobody was getting up anyway. It's fine. He asked Sharice about Samson. Sharice looks cute. She got on red. She got a nice little red lip. She looks cute. An understated ponytail. She looks cute. I will say this before I forget. I am going to be so disappointed in Sharice's behavior at the, um, excuse me, at the reunion. And sorry, I really should cut all that out, but you guys, I don't want to. I'm going to see my mama in a minute, and so I got to get this shit done. Okay, y'all be really hyped to see my mom, but yeah. So I'm just not happy about the way that she is going to act on the stage because I feel like, girl, you left like you're leaving here. She came in shitty. We all know that. I ended up being on her team. She changed, her whole demeanor, everything, her outlook, her attitude, everything was changed. She started, holding herself as a young lady and acting like a young lady. She left as a young lady. And so now you should have been sitting on that stage completely unbothered. You won. And I put that as my title, I think last week. Sharice is the winner because she was able to say, this guy is not for me, he's not feeling me, and it's fine. She walked away with no issues whatsoever, and then you're going to come on stage and act a fool? Like, they should not have been able to get her out of character unless that's her character. I don't know, but I'm disappointed. I mean, I'm speaking ahead, so maybe it's something that would warrant her acting crazy because a lot of these women are ridiculous on this cast. So maybe somebody's gonna push her to where she has to snap. Maybe, but all that standing up and stuff that we're gonna see her doing, girl, never let them see you sweat. Sit down. But I just went on a tangent. So he calls her up and he's like, got something to say to the group. So she's just like, listen, never settle. You gotta put yourself first and, basically never settle. So she's leaving, of course. And when she says she's leaving, Kayla's like, what? And I'm like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because this really should have been you weeks and weeks ago. So why would she not leave? Like, Kayla acts slow as hell. What's wrong with this girl? Anyway, so I stopped it right at where Round the Way Girl is saying she got something to say. And all right, let's watch it. All right, so Round the Way Girl gets up and she asks for Full Force to meet her up there. And you guys, I have to say, Round the Way Girl is one of the prettiest girls that's been on this franchise, period. She has zero makeup on. It doesn't look like she has on any makeup. And her face is just genuinely, naturally pretty. God, too bad her attitude just does not match because she's a really pretty girl. So she calls him up and she's telling Tommy about how, as soon as she says anything about us, he gets an attitude and he's like, you want me to get on one knee tomorrow? And he's like, you're very combative. You're very, same thing I just said. He's saying, and he's like, everything is a debate with you. Tommy's like, well, Katie, do you think you do that? No. And he's like, listen, I'm not going to sit up here and go back and forth with you. And I'm like, yeah, that's basically what you're doing. But he's saying, this is why I don't want an insecure woman, because you have to keep reassuring her. I already told you once, yeah, I see a future. Like, how many times do you want me to say it? Do you want me to say it every day? You want me to get on a knee tomorrow? No, I don't expect you to get on a knee. You just don't listen. I'm like, y'all don't even know each other and y'all doing all this. Please walk away. And I feel like that's what's coming, and that's going to be good. Yo, what is wrong with these women? What's wrong with these women? So Tommy is like, full force, what do you think? He's like, I think it's too early for all of this. She's not my wife. Like, we have bad communication and it's too early. So he's asking, do you guys think it can be fixed? And she's just looking down and looking around. And I'm like, say no. Say no. You the one called him up here. Bow the fuck out, girl. What are you doing? She lets him say no. She lets him say, no, I ain't trying to fix this. I want out. And then she's standing there all pissed off. And Tommy's like, so what do you want to do? That ain't a question. Is it a question? Is that a question? Yeah, motherfucker, that's a question, because you should have said that as soon as you walked up there. You didn't need him up there to do more arguing. You could have just said, you know what? It's been great. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night. God bless. Good night. Like, you did not have to sit there and do this whole argument thing with him. You wanted him to say something different and make it better, I guess, because if you were up there to drop out, that's what you should have done. I'm so disappointed in these women on this show. What the fuck? And then we have Brown Girl sitting there. Well, I know she hot. Like, her hair looks like a helmet. It just really does. And I want somebody to help her. And I know I'm constantly talking about her, but again, she's not an ugly girl either. She just needs help with her hair. And later on in the show, because I don't know how much of this I may just wrap this shit up because it's not a great show. But later on in the show, when she meets, I think it's Mike and his friend, and they're doing a lot of laughing kind of at her, making it seem like they're laughing with her about how bougie she is. And the more they're laughing and saying something about it, she's really playing it up. And I'm like, I don't know. It was just kind of hard to watch for me, where I was just like, I don't know if they're really laughing at this girl. And apparently they are, because he's not feeling her like that. So you're here as a joke and you are just really leaning into it with the whole Pinot Grigio and Merlot and all that. Girl, they don't think it's cute, really. Like, oh, it's so awful. But I want her to win. I do, because I think down to the core, I mean, she hasn't done anything super ignorant, but I think she's a sweet girl. She really wants love, just like the mask. Because what's going to end up is the mask is going to end up with stupid Randall. And, well, I won't call him stupid, but Randall. And that's not going to work. It's just not going to work. But I don't want to jump ahead that much, even though I just spoiled it. But I'm sure y'all saw it already. So, all right, let's keep going. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna go off of what I can remember and then wrap it up. They're going to meet the guys' brothers. I think it's only two guys left anyway. Mike and uh, Randall. And I think, are these their actual brothers? I don't know, because I'm not gonna watch it again to see. But Randall's brother acts just like him. If it's a friend, then he found the perfect friend. If it's a brother, then it runs in the family. Just dry as fuck, crazy as fuck, like zoned out. Because when they ended up going on a date with, what's her name? The mask. The mask. She's sitting there talking about how no, she wants him, and she gets jealous if somebody's touching him, this and that or whatever. And I thought he was looking at her like she was bad shit crazy, because she sounded bad shit crazy to me. And no, he ended up liking her. And I was like, oh, you got issues too. Like, you and Randall, y'all belong together. So anyway, Randall's like, oh, I'm so confused, because he's so confused all the time. Jesus, this guy. It's Nah, I'm not gonna call him a weed head. See, he acts a little off, y'all. Like, something is not clicking in Randall's head. I'm sorry. So he ends up going on another date with Kayla, just to see or whatever. So they're sitting there, it's super awkward, and she is doing her Kayla thing as usual. Tell me what? Tell me, what is it? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna choose me? Are you gonna choose me? And I'm just like, God damn it, aren't you tired of begging? Aren't you tired of doing that? Like, really? And to the point where he just says, I'm not choosing you. I ain't choosing you. And I think the way he said it was really rude. Yeah, I ain't choosing you. And then he's in the confessional talking about how hard it was to say and this. No, it wasn't hard, because you came right out with the shit. Even though you should have done it like weeks ago, you knew you weren't feeling this girl like that. And she's sitting there so upset. And once again, she gives him the opportunity to say, okay, well, you ready to go? Let's go. Now I'd have been like, all right, then, peace out. Did she come by herself or did they come together? I can't remember, but it would have been time to go as soon as he said that. All right, great, love. But she is so stupid. She should have dropped out a long time ago. You let these people play you. I swear to God, you did. And then in the end, you guys, we have of course, Mike chose Chihuahua. We don't know how this stuff is gonna go. Do we really care? We just want to get to the reunion, right? Let's just get to the reunion and get with the shits and see what's gonna happen. Again, Charisse exited on a good note, and we'll see what happens to trigger her next week. But thank you guys so much for being here. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. It's perfectly free, and you'll be helping me get to where I need to be. See, that was a wrap again. I didn't even try to do it. But all right, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Smooches.